Hi, it's Chris King, Morning Guy, 98.3 Nash Icon, and Doug Chapin with me from Monroe Bank and Trust.
Yeah, good to see you, Chris.
How are you?
I'm just great.
Good. This is the November Economic Update, and last month we talked about the jobs data,
Right,
among other things.
right.
What should we consider? What's going on with the jobs data?
Well, just recently the October data was released for the U.S. jobs market. Unemployment just dipped down a little bit again for the U.S. unemployment rate at 5.8% from 5.9. That's an improvement. I think more encouraging than that is the fact that we grew by about 214,000 jobs
Great.
for the month of October, and 200,000 jobs or better usually considered growth for the U.S. market. So even though that 214 was a little less than what was expected, it's still a pretty robust month. So that's good news and some good stability. The state of Michigan is still probably in that 7% unemployment range, but Monroe County has been closely following the U.S. market, so we're below 6% unemployment rate for Monroe County. So we've been pretty stable there, and that's been good numbers for us.
Good to see the economy getting back on track.
It is, slowly but surely.
The local housing market, how's that going?
You know, it's been pretty good this year. We track housing sales from Monroe County every month and look back for the prior 6 months. So we calculate a 6-month rolling average,
Okay.
month in, month out. If you compare October of 2014 to October of 2013, we showed about a 10% increase in home values during that time, which is pretty good news.
Great.
It's a pretty strong recovery, strong remove for us. I think more importantly, we're seeing an increase in housing starts in Monroe County. We're seeing an increase in new construction, which is always a good sign that confidence levels are up and people are kind of moving up a little bit. And on the other side of the coin, foreclosures are way down, and short sales and things like that are way down in Monroe County. So that's a further sign of a good economic improvement for us.
Taking what you said right there, what else should we consider, including those factors, and you put it all together?
Yeah, there's really, frankly, just a lot going on in general. Generally, we've got good stability in the U.S. economy. Gross domestic product is hovering around 3%. That doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon, so that's pretty good. We're watching a lot of outside influences and outside sources that might have some effect on our economy in the U.S. China, as an example, has been on this rapid growth for years, and that's starting to decline. Although it's a higher growth than what we're accustomed to within our economy, they're such a major trading partner that when they decline that growth, that eventually probably affects us. So we'll watch that fairly closely. The European market in general is kind of tough. Germany has historically been a great economy. They're actually showing preliminary signs of a potential recession, which would affect the entire European Union. So we're a little concerned about that. We'll keep a close eye on that. The oil production that we've seen in that boom over the last five or 6 years has been good for our economy, good for growth. With the drop of oil prices that we've seen recently, although it affects us positively in the short run, consumer costs are down, some industrial costs are down. We'll watch for that effect in the long run on total employment, particularly in the Southwest. That's been a part of our employment growth in recent years, so we'll watch how that price of oil affects us. I think probably not the least of things that we're looking at is the effect of the election on November 4th. We've been in this gridlock for the last several years that we're hopefully getting out of. We'll see whether that results in improvement in that or just continue the same. So we'll wait.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what happens.
Anything else you'd like to add, Doug?
We talked earlier about the fact that this is the 30th anniversary of Enlist, our employee volunteer organization. Very proud of that group. We've been celebrating that all year long, and just recently we dedicated a new garden on Front Street in the between Macomb and Washington Streets. Very proud of our Enlist group. We've got a nice plaque and a nice little garden area for people to relax, and so it's really to commemorate all the years of service that hundreds of our employees have given over the years. So it's nice to note that. Monroe Bank and Trust, MBT Financial Corporation announced earnings for the third quarter recently. Good, strong earnings quarter, good improvement from the prior year. So things are looking up, and we're generally pretty optimistic. And on a more serious note, we've got a member of our Monroe Bank and Trust family, Landa Bruck, whose daughter Chelsea was in the news recently, having disappeared unexpectedly. We're praying for the best. We're praying for her safe return, and we hope that anyone that has information concerning Chelsea to come forward and do that quickly.
Absolutely. Thank you again, Doug. Doug Chafin, Monroe Bank and Trust, and that was November's Economic Update.